There's a pit out back where the earth caves in, where they used to throw what they called their sins. No mark of stone, no holy ground, just a hollow place that swallows sound. I was 16 when they dragged me there, with a rope, a lie, and a vacant stare. Said, this is where your kind gets laid. Then they shoved me down in the shallow grave, and the dirt fell fast, but I didn't die. I just lay there listening to the sky. No grave will hold me, I still breathe below, through the roots of guilt and the lies you sow. Every nail you drove couldn't keep me still. Now I'm rising slow with a different will. Hear me scratching through the broken clay, like a voice you buried won't stay away. I ain't gone, I ain't saved, and no grave will hold me in place. They went back home like it all was done, like they'd buried more than a man undone. But the night grew thick and the dogs wouldn't rest, and the wind spoke low through every chest. There were footsteps heard where no one walked, and a voice in the walls that never talked. Every mirror cracked when I passed it near. Even shadows learned how to fear, and the ground stayed warm where they left me dead, like it kept my pulse instead. No grave will hold me, I still breathe below, through the roots of guilt and the lies you sow. Every nail you drove couldn't keep me still. Now I'm rising slow with a different will. Hear me scratching through the broken clay, like a voice you buried won't stay away. I ain't gone, I ain't saved, and no grave will hold me in place. There's a man I see in the edge of sight, walking fields alone in the dead of night. He don't speak, but he wears my face with a twisted grin I can't erase. And he stands where they tried to end my breath, like he feeds on the echo of my death. He said, you ain't you anymore, you're the thing they buried in that dirt before. And I felt my bones start to shift and crack, like the past was clawing its way back. Every heartbeat hit like a hammer blow from a place beneath I don't control. I clawed my way through the so black ground with the scream so deep it made no sound. Every inch was pain I couldn't name, but I rose back up, not the same. And the sky looked down like it turned away, like it knew I shouldn't walk this way. Now I walk through town, but I ain't seen, just a passing chill in a waking dream. I hear them speak of a curse out there in the hollow fields where they left me bare. And I smile slow when they lock their doors, when they feel that scratch beneath their floors. If they thought that death would make me fade, they should've known what they really made. No grave will hold me, I've crossed that line where the dead don't rest and the lost don't die. Every breath I take ain't meant to be, just a curse carved out of memory. Hear me calling through the dirt and bone, from the place they swore I'd stay alone. I ain't peace, I ain't saved, I'm the truth they buried in a grave. No grave will hold me, I walk again through the cracks of time and the weight of sin. Every step I take shakes the ground below, like a warning sign they'll never know. If there's mercy, it ain't for me, just a shadow walking endlessly. I don't live, I don't fade, I'm the ghost that the dirt betrayed. So if you stand where the earth sinks low, and you feel something move below, don't stay long, don't make a sound, 'cause something's lost don't stay in the ground. And when they rise, they don't come to save, they come back wrong from a shallow grave.
The ink was dry before I signed, like it knew what it would find. A trembling hand, a desperate mind, and a promise I left behind. The air went cold without a sound, like the world had turned around, and every shadow in the room leaned in close like it knew doom. He didn't look like fire or flame, just a man who knew my name, smiling soft, too calm, too wide, like something hollow lived inside. He said, I can fix what's broken you, all the things you've been through. But his eyes never blinked once, like he'd done this 1,000 times. I asked him what he wanted in return. He said, nothing, you can't afford to burn. And I laughed like I understood, but I never really should. The pen felt heavy in my grip, like it had teeth along its tip, and every word I wrote down fast was something I could never cast back. The devil's deal went wrong that night. No fortune came, no burning light, just silence where the truth should be, and something watching inside of me. Oh, I thought I'd win, I thought I'd gain, but all I own is deeper pain. And every step I try to run still echoes what I've done. Gone when I looked twice, just dust and air and frozen time. The signature still burned my skin like it had crawled itself within. I tried to speak but no sound came, just whispers calling out my name from somewhere not quite far or near, but always standing right here. My reflection didn't match my face, it wore a grin I couldn't place, and every blink it made instead looked just a little more like dead. The ground beneath me didn't shift, it just accepted what I'd gift. And every breath I tried to take was something darker in its wake. The devil's deal went wrong that night. No mercy left, no wrong or right, just empty words I can't undo, and everything that's breaking through. Oh, I thought I'd win, I thought I'd gain, but all I own is deeper pain. And every road I try to run still leads me back to what I've done. Crowded streets where no one else would meet his eyes, just standing there in passing light, smiling like he owns the night. He didn't move, he didn't speak, but every fear I tried to keep came rushing back in sudden waves, like I was standing on my grave. And when I blinked, he wasn't there, just winding silence, empty air. But something lingered in his place, like he had carved it in the space. It ain't about a soul you sell, it's every truth you never tell, every line you choose to cross without counting what you lost. And deals like that don't break or fail, just another part of me. The devil's deal went wrong for me, but not in ways I thought it'd be. No chains, no fire, no final scream, just waking up inside a dream. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to run, but the ending's already done, and every breath I still belong to the devil's deal gone wrong. Now I don't bargain, I don't pray, I just watch the light decay. No escape, no victory won, just the price of what I've done. And if you ever hear that call from a voice behind the wall, don't answer back, don't play along, or your deal will go wrong. The ink is dry, the night is long, and nothing here feels truly wrong. Just me and everything I've done, from the devil's deal gone wrong. From the devil's deal gone wrong. There's a creek out back where the water went dry, just a bed of bones in a cracked up sky. He used to run clear when I was a kid, before that night, before what I did. Now the stones sit still like they're holding breath, and the mud's turned black with a taste of death. You can hear it hum if you stand real still, like it's waiting there, like it always will. And the air goes thin when you step too close, like it knows your name better than you know. The creek don't run no more, it just keeps score. Every sin I buried on that broken shore, every word I lied, every truth I killed, still echoes loud in that empty still. Hear it call me back through the hollow ground, like a debt unpaid that I can't outrun. I don't drink, I don't wash, I just stand where the past won't stop. There's a rope still tied to a leaning tree, where the bark's been scarred like it's seen me bleed. I don't recall how it came undone, just the silence after when it was done. There was dirt in my nails and a shaking chest, and a voice in my head saying leave the rest. But the creek went still like it watched me lie, and it hasn't flowed since that night went by. And the wind died out like it couldn't stay, like it feared what I'd done that day. The creek don't run no more, it just keeps score. Every sin I buried on that broken shore, every word I lied, every truth I killed, still echoes loud in that empty still. Hear it call me back through the hollow ground, like a debt unpaid that I can't outrun. I don't drink, I don't wash, I just stand where the past won't stop. Met an old man once by the dried up bend, with a hollow look like it reached the end. He said, I've been here since the water died, since the truth went under and refused to rise. I said, why don't you leave this place? He just smiled with a broken face, said, you don't walk off what you tie yourself to. Then he turned and his eyes looked through, and I felt that pull in my chest again, like the creek was crawling beneath my skin. Every breath I took felt thick with blame, like the silence itself spoke my name. I went back there late in the dead of night, with a shovel shaking in pale moonlight. Thought I'd dig it up, let the truth be known, but the ground was hard like it turned to stone. Then a crack ran deep through the dried creek bed, and a whisper rose from the buried dead. You don't
dig up what you've become. Now I see reflections where there's no rain, in the empty bed of that lifeless vein. Faces flicker in the broken ground, every one of them makes no sound. And I feel my feet sink slow each day, like the earth itself won't let me stray. If there's mercy left, it ain't for me, just a place where the past won't leave. The creek don't run, but it pulls me in through the cracks of time and the weight of sin. Every step I take just feeds that land, like it's carving truth I can't withstand. Hear it whisper low, you're already mine, through the hollow echo of wasted time. I don't fight, I don't stop, I just wait for the final drop. The creek don't run, it just holds the truth of the man I was and the things I do. Every lie I told still breathes down there in the heavy dark of that empty stare. If there's peace, it dried away, left me here where the dead things stay. I don't live, I don't mourn, I just fade where the creek was born. So if you find that bit of cracked up stone where the water's gone and the past is grown, don't step down, don't linger long, 'cause the silence there ain't ever wrong, and it won't scream loud, it won't make a sound, it just pulls you slow into the ground. Where the creek don't run, but it drags you down. There's a creek out back where the water went dry, just a bed of bones and a cracked up sky. Used to run clear, ain't ever wrong. And now the stones sit still like they're holding breath, and the mud's turned black with a taste of death. You can hear it hum if you stand real still, like it's waiting there, like it always will. And the air goes thin when you step too close, like it knows your name better than you know. The creek don't run no more, it just keeps score. Every sin I buried on that broken shore, every word I lied, every truth I killed, still echoes loud in that empty still. Hear it call me back through the hollow ground, like a debt unpaid that I can't outrun. I don't drink, I don't wash, I just stand where the past won't stop.
The shovel bit into the night, under a sky without a light. No thunder spoke, no wind would stay, just dirt that didn't ask me why or what I'd say. The ground was soft like it agreed with everything I'd come to need. I didn't plan it line by line, it just unfolded out of time, like something waiting in my hands, beyond all moral plans. One grave for what I had become, one for what I thought I'd done, and every clump that hit the ground made a hollow kind of sound. No names were carved, no prayers were said, just echoes of what lay ahead. And every breath I tried to keep felt like it learned to weep. The earth don't judge, it just receives whatever silence it believes. And every truth I couldn't stay got buried there that day. I dug 2 graves and walked away that night. No wrong, no mercy, no clear ride, just empty space where truth once lay behind me in the clay. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to hide, but both those graves were on my side. And every step I try to take still feels like something breaks. The first was cold, the second wide, like they had room for what I tried to split between my guilt and fear. But both of me were here. The wind came through but didn't speak, like it had nothing left to seek. And every star above my head felt like it understood what bled. A shovel dropped a final sound, like closure never truly found. And in that moment, slow and gray, I turned and walked away. The night don't care what's left behind, it only knows what's redefined. And every step I take in stride still carries what I hide. I dug 2 graves and walked away from me, one for truth and one to be free. No final words, no last goodbye, just dirt beneath the hollow sky. Oh, I tried to stay, I tried to run, but the digging had already been done. And every breath I can't undo still lives inside what I went through. I never turned to check behind what shape those holes had left aligned, but I still feel them every day, like something that won't decay. Not ghosts, not bones, not anything, just weight that shadows seem to bring. A quiet pool beneath my skin, where endings never end within. The road ahead was long and bare, but part of me stayed buried there. And every step I ever made still knew the price I paid. It ain't the dirt, it ain't the night, it's everything we set to right. Every version we deny still waits beneath the sky. And some graves don't hold just the dead, they hold the thoughts we never said. Till everything we walk away still follows every day. I dug 2 graves and walked away in time, but neither one was truly mine. No clean escape, no truth to keep, just echoes buried deep. Oh, I tried to leave, I tried to flee, but both still walk inside of me. And every breath I try to take still shakes what I can't break. Now I don't dig, I don't return, I let those silent memories burn. No past to fix, no truth to claim, just ashes calling out my name. And if you ever find that place where earth remembers every face, don't stay too long, don't look too deep.
find what you still keep. The wind moves on, the night runs gray, but something never went away. And I remain where shadows stay, where I dug 2 graves and walked away.
Ain't no cars out here no more, just me. And the sound of everything falling apart. There's a stretch of road that don't lead anywhere, just a broken line in a cold night air. Street signs twisted like they gave up too, like they tried to point me somewhere true. Boots dragging slow on the gravel and dust, like they're carrying more than they ever could trust. I've been walking circles I can't outrun, under a sky that won't see what I've done. And the silence cuts so deep, it don't let a man sleep, just plays back what he keeps. I'm crying on an empty road, no one hears a sound. Every tear just disappears into this hollow ground. Ain't no headlights coming, ain't no saving grace, just a broken man staring at his past face. Yeah, I'm crying on an empty road, nowhere left to go. Every mile behind me, something I don't wanna know. I tried to run, but I carried the load. Now I'm left here, crying on an empty road. I remember your laughter cutting through the dark, like a flame still burning in a dying spark. You said one day you'll have to face what's real, but I traded truth for the way I feel. Now your voice echoes in the wind tonight, like it's stitched in every wrong and right. And I swear I see you in the distance there, but it fades when I get anywhere. Every step just brings me back to the weight I tried to lack, and the life I let go black. I'm crying on an empty road, no one hears a sound. Every tear just disappears into this hollow ground. Ain't no headlights coming, ain't no saving grace, just a broken man staring at his past face. Yeah, I'm crying on an empty road, nowhere left to go. Every mile behind me, something I don't wanna know. I tried to run, but I carried the load. Now I'm left here, crying on an empty road. I thought I could outrun it, outdrive it, outlive it, but it don't work that way. It just waits till you're too tired to keep going. Hit dirt, and I finally feel every ounce of hurt. Ain't no whiskey left to drown this pain, and no one left here to say my name. I look up, but the sky don't care, just stretches out like it ain't aware that a man broke down on a nowhere line between what he was and the end of time. And I don't give a sign, no forgiveness, no design, just a truth I can't decline. I'm crying on an empty road, let it all fall down. Every sin, every lie, every lost sound. Ain't no saving me tonight, just the echo of a long lost fight. Yeah, I'm crying on an empty road, stripped of every lie, with nothing left to hide and nowhere left to try. And if there's mercy, I don't know if it reaches this empty road. I'm crying on an empty road, and I finally see there ain't no running from what lives in me and every mile I ever rode. Let me hear crying on an empty road. Ain't no cars out here no more, just me and what I've done. With blistered hands and a back that hurt. No preaching near, no words to say, just a shovel full of blame. Cicadas sing like they knew my name. Moonlight watched me shoulder the shame. Every sin I tried to outrun came back heavy as a gun. I thought I'd find some kind of peace, but peace don't come that easy. I dug my own grave in Tennessee dirt, paid for my love in blood and hurt. The street lights hung with a dying glow, like they're scared of what they don't want to show. The night is thick, almost alive, like it's watching through hollow eyes. Something moves where the darkness grows, but it never speaks, it never shows, just shapes that bend where no wind goes, like the world forgot what it knows. I walk alone through the empty lane, where the asphalt cracked like a broken vein. Every window was dark and still, like the houses were waiting to kill. My footsteps echo too loud, too near, like someone else was following here. But every time I turned around, there was nothing making a sound, just silhouettes that slipped away, like a smoke that forgot how to stay. And I swear I saw them pause and wait, like they were learning how to imitate. The air got cold in a sudden shift, like reality started to drift. And in that space between light and shade, I saw the rules of the world decay. Their faceless shadows in the dead of night, moving where the light can't fight. No eyes, no voice, no human trace, just empty forms that steal your place. Oh, I run, but they follow slow. Wherever I go, they already know. And the more I try to break away, the more I become what they portray.
reflection didn't pass. It stood still while I walked on by, like it had learned how to lie. It smiled when I did not, like it knew something I forgot. And behind it, shapes began to crawl through the cracks in the mirrored wall. A man appeared in the corner light, but he melted back into the night, leaving only a shifting frame that looked like it remembered my name. The street signs bent like twisted bone, pointing nowhere I've ever known. And every step that I tried to take just fed the shadows wide awake. They are faceless shadows in the dead of night, moving where the light can't fight. No eyes, no voice, no human trace, just empty forms that steal your place. Oh, I run, but they follow slow. Wherever I go, they already know. And the more I try to break away, the more I become what they portray. I saw a crowd at the end of the road, standing still like they'd all been told. But when I blinked, they lost their skin, just outlines where the dark creeps in. They reached for me without a hand, like they were part of the same dead land. And I felt my edges start to blur, like I was becoming one with them there. A voice inside me spoke too clear, saying you've been shadowed for years. And I couldn't tell where I began or where I ended in the plan. Now I move like I'm not alone, like my body isn't my own. Every corner feels too near, like I'm disappearing here. And maybe I was never whole, just a shape without a soul, waiting for the night to find what was already undefined. They are faceless shadows in the dead of night, moving where the light can't fight. No eyes, no voice, no human trace, just empty forms that steal your place. The world feels thin like paper skin, and I can see what lies within. A place where shapes don't need a name, just endless echo without flame. The lights go out one by one, till there's no difference left from none. And I fade where the darkness grows into the world of faceless shadows. I dug my own grave in Tennessee dirt, with blistered hands and a back that hurt. No preacher near, no words to say, just a shovel full of rain. Scared to sing like they knew my name. Moon.
The night was thick like a buried sin, and the wind kept knocking to let me in. Street lights flicker like they can't decide if they're alive or just dead inside. There's a road that curls through the sleeping town, where memories rise but don't make a sound. And I swear I hear them call my name, like smoke in the dark that forgot its flame. I came back home after all these years, with a suitcase full of worn-out fears. The house still stands, but it don't feel right, like it's holding its breath every night. The porch still creaks in the same old tone, but it sounds like it's asking why I'm alone. And the door swings open without a hand, like it knows things I can't understand. Pictures hang where the faces fade, like time itself made a clean escape. And every frame is a hollow eye, watching me pass like a stranger's lie. I hear footsteps in the empty hall, but no one answers when I call. Just echoes crawling through the floor like they've been here forevermore. These are the ghosts of the past. I know they follow me everywhere I go, and every shadow and every sound. They pull me back when I turn around. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to hide, but they live somewhere deep inside. And no matter how far I drift or roam, the ghosts of the past still call me home. The mirror in the hallway cracked long ago, but it still reflects what I don't show. A younger me with a burning stare, like he's still waiting for me there. The kitchen smells like burnt goodbye, like something was lost I can't deny. And the table holds invisible guests, sitting quiet with unfinished regrets. I pour a drink for the absent crowd, but the silence drinks sit down out loud. And the glass shakes like it knows their names, like they're whispering through the flames. The walls remember every word, even the ones I never heard. And the ceiling hums a broken tune underneath the fading moon. These are the ghosts of the past. I know they follow me everywhere I go, and every shadow and every sound. They pull me back when I turn around. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to hide, but they live somewhere deep inside. And no matter how far I drift or roam, the ghost of the past still call me home. I walked outside where the garden grew, but the roses bleed a darker hue. Like every memory buried here still blooms in sorrow year by year. The swing still moves with no one there, like invisible children fill the air. And laughter rises thin and weak from mouths that forgot how to speak. I dug my hands in the frozen ground where the truth I buried might be found. But all I felt was bone and dust, and promises turned into rust. And suddenly I was not alone. The past had carved itself in stone. Every mistake, every broken vow was standing right in front of me now. They didn't speak, they didn't move, but I could feel what they would prove. That you can leave, but never erase the fingerprints time won't replace. These are the ghosts of the past. I know they follow me everywhere I go, and every shadow and every sound. They pull me back when I turn around. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to hide, but they live somewhere deep inside. And no matter how far I drift or roam, the ghost of the past still call me home. Now I sit where the fire once burned, watching the lessons I never learned. And every crack in this old wood floor feels like it's opening up once more. Maybe I never really left it all. Maybe I've been here through it all. Just a memory stuck on repeat, walking forever through empty streets. The wind sings through the broken pane, calling my name like it knows my pain. And I don't know if I'm alive or past, just another ghost that couldn't last.
past the ridge where the fog don't lift and the lantern swings like a hanging gift. No one lives there, that's what they say, but the light still burns at the end of the way. I was dared as a kid just to walk that line, past the fence where the crosses lean out of time. Heard a voice in the hush of the pines that night, said keep coming, you're almost right. And the closer I got, the colder it turned, like the dark itself had something to learn. That lantern still burns in the dead of night, through the fog and the guilt and the fading light. Every step I take, it draws me in, like it knows every scar beneath my skin. Hear it crackle low, like a voice half known, from a place I swore I'd never go. I don't stop, I don't turn, I just follow where that lantern burns. There's a cabin there with a crooked frame and a door that moves like it speaks your name. No wind outside, but it sways and groans like it's breathing slow through hollow bones. I pushed it wide and the fire was lit, though the hearth was cold and the ash unfit, and a chair rocked back like someone just stood. But there ain't no one in that wood, and the lantern dimmed when I stepped inside, like it knew I had nowhere to hide. That lantern still burns in the dead of night, through the fog and the guilt and the fading light. Every step I take, it draws me in, like it knows every scar beneath my skin. Hear it crackle low, like a voice half known, from a place I swore I'd never go. I don't stop, I don't turn, I just follow where that lantern burns. There's a journal left on a splintered desk, filled with names and a single request. Don't trust the light when it calls you near, but the last few pages just disappear. And I saw my name in a shaking line, written fresh like it was in time, with a date that matched this very night, and a note that read, don't fight the light. And the walls leaned close like they heard me breathe, every shadow moved like it wanted me, and the flame grew tall without a spark, casting shapes that crawled in the dark. I tried to leave, but the door was gone, just the endless glow pulling me on. Every step felt less like it was mine, like I crossed some unseen line, and the lantern spoke without a sound. You were lost before you were found. Now I stand outside in the drifting gray, watching strangers walk that same old way. I see their fear when the light appears, but it fades real quick when it draws them near. And I try to shout, but no voice comes out, just a silent scream wrapped in doubt. Guess I'm part of what I once outran, just a keeper of the flame I can't understand. That lantern still burns, and now I see it ain't just a light, it's a memory. Every soul it takes leaves a trace behind, in the flicker of a broken mind. Hear it whisper low, you're not alone, but it means you're never going home. I don't live, I don't learn, I just stay where the lantern burns. And that lantern still burns, and it always will, through the hollow dark on that silent hill. Every name it takes gets carved in flame, till there's nothing left but a ghost and a name. If there's mercy, it don't shine here, just a glow built out of fear. I don't leave, I return to the fire that forever burns. So if you see that light through the fog one night, don't believe it's leading you right. Don't step close, don't feel that pull, 'cause it don't guide, it just makes you full of every fear you tried to outrun, till you stand there still and become another flame in the lantern that never goes out.
still, like it's waiting on a wheel. The wind cuts through like something sharp, through a quiet, beating heart. There's a weight I can't outrun, cold as steel, shaped like a gun. And every step I take feels proof there's a bullet meant for truth. I walked into that dining town where every face was looking down. No one spoke, no one asked why, just empty streets and shuttered eyes. The saloon light flickered thin, like it didn't want me stepping in. But I pushed that door with steady hand, like I'd already made my stand. He sat alone at the far end, a man I used to call a friend. But truth don't stay where lies begin, and I could see it wearing him. Every word we left unsaid hung between us like the dead. And every breath we tried to fake felt like a choice we had to make. There's a bullet for the truth tonight, no wrong or mercy, no wrong or right. Just one last line we can't undo, between what's false and what is true. Oh, I tried to bury what I knew, but it always found its way back through. And every lie I ever told leads to truth I can't withhold. He spoke my name like it still meant something more than what it spent. But in his voice I heard the break of something neither could remake. He said, you don't know what you've seen, but I've been living in between the man he was and what he's done, and everything we can't outrun. The room went still, the world went tight, like it narrowed down to just this night. And every eye that wasn't there still felt like it was watching there. My hand went low without a sound to the weight I always found. And in that moment, cold and clear, there was nothing left but here. There's a bullet for the truth tonight, no wrong or mercy, no wrong or right. Just one last line we can't undo, between what's false and what is true. Oh, I tried to bury what I knew, but it always found its way back through. And every lie I ever told leads to truth I can't withhold. His eyes met mine without a fight, like he'd been waiting for this night. No anger left, no need to run, just quiet acceptance of what's begun. I saw it then in his stare, not guilt, not fear, just something better, like truth had already taken hold before the story could be told. The silence cracked without a sound, this time itself slowed down, and everything we tried to hide stood there with nowhere left to slide. It ain't the gun that seals the end, or who's wrong, or who's pretend. It's the truth we let remain, growing quiet, growing pain. And every step we took away just led us back to this one day, where nothing left can be unspun, and truth stands still before the gun. There's a bullet for the truth tonight, and I can't tell the dark from light. Every line I crossed before leads me here to settle score. I tried to run from what I knew, but now I see it's always true. And every road I've ever run ends here beneath the smoking gun. To sleep with secrets buried far too deep. No one asks, no one this way. Don't trust the things they won't say, 'cause truth don't fade, it just waits behind a gun that hesitates. The night stays still, the echoes fade. But truth don't die where lies are made. And somewhere lost in what I've done still lingers that final gun. Like someone's watching, even when you know you're alone. There's a barn out past the pasture, where the paint's all peeled away, where the doors hang half open, like they got something to say. Used to run there as a kid, hide from everything I feared. Now I stand outside that same place, I wish it disappeared. Haze all rotten in the loft, and the ladder's barely there, but I swear I see it moving from the corner of my stair. There's a feeling in my chest, like a warning I can't shake, like the past ain't really gone, it just waits for you to break. I hear footsteps in the dust, but there's no one here I trust. Just the weight of what I was. There's shadows behind the barn calling out my name, like they know every secret, every ounce of shame, every lie buried deep in the dark. Now they're walking right back from behind that barn. Yeah, the shadows behind the barn don't fade with the light. They follow me home, they haunt me at night. I tried to forget, but I've come too far. Now I'm face to face with the shadows behind the barn. There was a night I swore I'd never speak about again, when the moon went missing and the trouble settled in. You were standing by the fence, saying don't you go inside, but I crossed that broken threshold like I had something to hide. There's a stain on the floor that the rain will wash away, and a whisper in the rafters begging me to stay. I remember how it happened, but I twisted in my mind, like if I change the story, I can leave the truth behind. Now the silence starts to scream, like it's tearing at the seams. Over half-forgotten dreams. There's shadows behind the barn calling out my name, like they know every secret, every ounce of shame, every lie buried deep in the dark. Now they're walking right back from behind that barn. Yeah, the shadows behind the barn don't fade with the light. They follow me home, they haunt me at night. I tried to forget, but I've come too far. Now I'm face to face with the shadows behind the barn. We saw, you remember, you never left. I see your face in the broken glass, and every moment I tried to pass. If I turn around, will you still be there, or are you already everywhere? Now the door swings wide and the night walks in, like it knows exactly where I've been. Every corner holds a piece of truth, from the man I was to the broken proof. There's a rope
outside, like it's keeping time with the things I hide. And I hear your voice in the cold night air, saying you can't outrun what's waiting there. And the dark begins to crawl down the beams and up the walls, like it's come to end it all. There's shadows behind the bomb reaching out for me. Every buried memory wants to be free. Every sin I thought I could outrun, now it's staring me down one by one. Yeah, the shadows behind the bomb won't let me go. They're caught in the past I never outgrow. I tried to run, but I won't get far, 'cause I am the ghost behind that barn. You ever feel like something's watching? Maybe it ain't something, maybe it's you.
The church bells ring, but not for peace. They echo through a broken release, and every note feels sharp and thin, like something trying to begin. The stained glass burns in morning light, but nothing here feels wholly right. And in the hush between each prayer, she knew something was hidden there. She walked the halls like she belonged, but something in her felt too strong, too sharp for all the words they prayed, too clear for sins they tried to fade. Her father spoke with steady tone, but never when she was alone. And every sermon he would give seemed like a place where lies could live. She found the book beneath the stair, locked tight like someone hid it there. Not scripture clean, not gospel pure, but something darker at its core. She didn't scream, she didn't run, just read the truth that came undone. And every page she turned too fast pulled her deeper in the past. The preacher's daughter knew too much that day about the things he'd swept away. No holy light, no saving grace could hide the truth upon her face. Oh, she tried to speak, she tried to flee, but truth don't always set you free. And every word she tried to show was something they refused to know. The basement door was always locked, but late at night she heard it talk. Not voices clear, but shifting sound, like something breathing underground. A shovel leaned against the wall, like it remembered every call. And every stain she couldn't place felt like it carried someone's face. She wrote it down in quiet ink, the things they never dared to think. But paper burns and truth will hide when fear is standing right outside. She held the weight without a word. Too much was seen, too much was heard, and every truth she couldn't trust turned into falling dust. The preacher's daughter knew too much that night about the shadows out of sight. No sanctuary, no disguise could save her from what truth implies. Oh, she tried to speak, she tried to flee, but truth don't always set you free. And every step she tried to take just led to something they would break. say she vanished without trace, but I still see her hidden face in every mirror cracked and worn, in every silence newly born. The preacher never changed his tone, still stood there preaching all alone. But something in his eyes went still, like something finally lost its will. And every hymn the church still sings feels heavier than broken things, like someone left a truth behind that echoes through the preacher's mind. It ain't the book, it ain't the sin, it's everything that's trapped within. Every secret left to grow becomes the thing you cannot know. And truth don't always wear a crown. Sometimes it burns whole kingdoms down, till every prayer you try to clutch can't save you from what's known too much. The preacher's daughter knew too much to stay, and there was nothing left to say. No holy path, no second chance, just silence in the final glance. Oh, she tried to walk, she tried to be the voice they'd never let be free. And every truth she couldn't show still haunts the ground below. Now I don't pray, I don't believe, I just remember what I see. No faith to save, no lies to clutch, just what she knew too much. And if you ever hear her name whispered soft like dying flame, don't look too close, don't stay too long, or you'll learn what went so wrong. The bells still ring, the choir sings, but something darker softly clings. And I remain where shadows touch, with the truth she knew too much. There's a road that cuts through a dead man's field, where the crops don't grow and the wounds don't heal. Every mile's got a story buried in dust. Every cross leans sideways like it gave up on us. I've been walking it slow with a bottle and guilt, with the past I can't bury and a fate already built. Mama's voice still cracks through the wind at night, but it fades when I step out of the light. And the sky hangs low like it's closing in, like it knows every place that I've been. God forgot this road I'm on, let me hear where the hope is gone. Every prayer just turns to stone in a place that won't let go. Hear the silence scream my name, like it's feeding on my shame. I don't kneel, I don't beg, keep walking where the lost souls bled. There's a diner still open at 1:30, with a waitress who don't blink at anyone. She poured me black coffee with a shaking hand, said, "You ain't the first to not understand." I said, "What happens to men like me?" She just laughed like she'd seen what I'd see. Then she pointed outside to the empty night, said they keep walking till they lose the fight. And the neon buzz felt like a warning sign, like the end was already mine. God forgot this road I'm on, let me hear where the hope is gone. Every prayer just turns to stone in a place that won't let go. Hear the silence scream my name, like it's feeding on my shame. I don't kneel, I don't beg, where the lost souls bled. There's a grave with no name by the roadside bend, just a number scratched deep like a final end. I felt something pull when I passed it by, like a piece of me didn't want to survive. Then I saw my face in the shattered glass of a rusted car from a long dead past, and the eyes staring back weren't mine at all. They were darker, like they'd seen the fall. And I heard a voice from the broken ground said, "You've been dead since you came around. Every step you take just digs it deep. You ain't walking, you're buried beneath." I tried to run, but the road stood still, like it bent to match my will. Every turn just led me back to the same old dirt, the same old track. And the sky cracked open without a sound, but no light ever came back down. Now I see them all in the fading gray, every soul that the road betrayed. They don't speak, they don't cry, just walk with that hollow in their eyes. And I feel myself fading thin, like the dark's finally settling in. If I ever lived, I can't recall. Maybe I never did at all. God forgot this road I'm on, left me here where the hope is gone. Every prayer just turns to stone, in a place that won't let go. Hear the silence scream my name, like it's feeding on my shame. I don't kneel, I don't beg, just keep walking where the lost souls bled. God forgot, or maybe he knew what this road was gonna do. Turn a man into something less, just a shadow in the emptiness. If there's mercy, it missed this place, didn't leave a single trace. I don't fight, I don't plead, just become what this road believes. So if you ever see that broken sign at the edge of nowhere, past the line, turn around, don't you go too far. Don't follow the pull of a dying star, 'cause once you walk where I have gone, you don't come back. You just move along on the road where God is gone.